had a company called Mojang Specifications. I got to keep that name after we kind of split ways. And I designed the logo for it as well. And it's just basically me playing around in Adobe Illustrator for a while. It doesn't really mean anything. And in school, I actually studied graphical design or something for some reason. I'm horrible at it. And I tried to remember what I actually learned, which wasn't much. And it kind of turned into that weird abstract shape. I kind of wanted it to be something that you would kind of notice and think about. That's kind of the primary goal of it, but it doesn't really represent anything. I had some thoughts when I did it and tried to go back to what I thought about it.
Traditionally, I guess, you'd have placeholder art when the game's being developed, and then an artist would come in and kind of gloss over stuff and make it look better. Do you think that that could become a kind of trend amongst indies? Or I guess it is becoming a trend, isn't it? Do you think?
No, it already was a trend amongst indies before I even did it. I mean, partially because of retro nostalgia, and also partially because if you have really low res textures, then you can kinda, in a sense, almost brute force it. You just keep pushing pixels randomly until it starts to look kind of what you want it to look like. So that kind of works. And the combination of it having a distinct kind of like almost indie feel to it, when it's more like a retro feel, I think helps a lot of games as well.
Yeah.
I think it's recently it's been kind of moving away from that, with people doing more stylized graphic and stuff, which I think is really cool.
Cool. Okay. I lost my train of thought. So, 1 second. Talking about the indie community in general, so do you still feel like you do you still associate yourself with the guys making these indie games, like maybe two-man teams, kind of making something new and fresh and hoping that it takes off?
Associate myself how?
Do you still kind of think of yourself as an indie guy, you know, and you could just chat about the indie development scene with other indie people?
No, I never really was in that situation, because when I started Minecraft, I was working another job, and I just started this as a side thing to see if I could make something. So I quit that game development job and worked as a web developer, and kind of Minecraft just took off immediately. So I never, like, a lot of indies try to make something like profound that they spend a lot of time on, and they actually have to like struggle for a while because it's hard work, and I never really had to do that. And because it was kind of the first independent thing I did, I never really was in that. But it was definitely made in an indie sense, but it was kind of too fast for me to ever have felt really part of the indie community. I was actually in an indie community, but on a forum. When Minecraft started, I was trying to get into it, but it kind of grew a little bit too fast. But I definitely have like a lot of love for indie game developers, because that's where I see a lot of the coolest games coming. Like it's, I mean, we would never get a game like Super Hexagon out of EA.
Yeah. So I mean, that's because they're these small teams who can kind of fulfill their dream of what the game, their vision of the game.
Both that, and because the audience sees it from a different context. If you get a game from a big publisher, you kind of expect it to be something different. Whereas on the other hand, because the indie scene has grown so much and you kind of know what that is, you look at it with different eyes, and you can actually explore new game ideas and concepts and even styles, which is really cool.
You quite often kind of kickstart games, and you're quite involved in we touched on it earlier, but in that kind of scene, do you feel like Kickstarter is just as viable a way to make games now as it was when it kind of first came out a couple of years ago?
I don't know. I mean, it's viable for the people who have a great idea and have strong personalities, but I think if you have those two already, then it's probably viable to go other routes as well. So I don't necessarily see it as it being some big revolution. I just think it's another channel that they could use if you have something good and you have a strong personality. And it seems to work. I mean, hopefully there won't be too many big failures, because then people will get scared of Kickstarter. But it seems to work so far.
Minecraft is kind of coming out on multiple consoles now. It's kind of spreading across all these different kind of ways to play it. Like, did you ever imagine Minecraft moving from PC onto phones, onto consoles?
No, not at all. It was just going to be like a 6-month project that I was going to work on initially. And then it grew and still growing, and now it's growing even beyond just the code and the game. It's like this community growing around it. So all of those things are just unforeseen things that just happen that are awesome. And I think it's pretty cool to see. It's weird to play your own game on a platform that you didn't even write any code for.
Yeah. Does that feel weird then, kind of picking up the control on the Xbox version?
The first time it was extremely surreal. It almost felt like a dream. Because I wrote all the code for PC version, and kind of as a programmer, you kind of, when you play your own thing, you can almost like sense the code there because you remember how everything is written, or hopefully. But on the Xbox version, I didn't know how it was written. So it was like, almost like, I don't know. I guess if you're an artist and you drew something and someone makes a replica of it, that might feel similar, but it was very cool. Because it was very similar, but there are differences. And then I kind of noticed those differences. It's almost jarring in a sense. It's pretty cool.
So let's talk about, so what games have you been playing recently that you've really enjoyed? I think it's interesting to get a perspective.
Yeah, I think the one I played the most recently was the Stanley Parable. Yeah, unfortunately, I had played the mod back in the day, so I already kind of knew the plot of it, but it was very cool to see the new full version of it, and it looks better obviously, and it has some additional content to it. And then he had asked permission to use Minecraft in it, and because I'm a programmer, I forgot that I said yes, so I had no idea when I was playing the game that it was going to have a fairly big Minecraft segment in it. And that was just weird, because the entire game is it's messing with your head a little bit, and to have something very personalized like that messing with your head was strange. So that was very, very cool. And then, of course, I can never stop playing Team Fortress 2. I played it.
What is arguably the most rare item in TF.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. They just gave me a custom hat. It's brilliant. It's a cardboard block with a fedora hat, and it's for all the classes, and it's untradeable, so I can't sell it. But it's really cool.
Yes, it is extremely cool. I'm quite envious, actually.
Yeah.
But what happens when you get on a TF2 map, though, when people recognize it's you?
I usually go on the same kind of Swedish servers, so the same ones that I usually go to. And a lot of people there will be used to it by now. But sometimes people will go like, no, you're not the real Notch, and they get into the argument. Someone said, no, but it has the hat. And someone said, no, but you can fake them. And then they get to a big technical argument of why you can't. And and I get a lot of spies after me. A lot of spies. And also, I get a lot of healers too. So.
I guess people want to push that F5 save.
Oh yeah.
Save the Notch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I usually, when I play, after I played, I could go on Twitter and look, like, on the feed thing. It would be like a screenshot or two sometimes.
Yeah. Back in the day, when you got killed in Minecraft, you dropped the golden apple. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I still drop a golden apple unless they demoted it to an apple.
Yeah. Why did you do that?
I don't know. It was a bad idea because I got killed constantly after I did it. I don't know. It felt like I wanted to do something for my own avatar, but I didn't want something to be like super braggy. I just wanted to be a little bit quirky and weird. So I did that for some reason. And it was also partially the golden apple was... No, I got it mixed up. I was going to lie about the history of Minecraft because I got the memories mixed up. Okay. Never mind. Talk amongst yourselves.
What other games have you been playing?
I don't know. I haven't been playing many this last couple of weeks because Minecon and nervousness.
You played Fire Emblem on DS, you like that?
Fire Emblem on DS, yes, I loved it. But I played in hardcore mode, so if a character dies, that they're dead permanently. So I kind of kept reloading before that game, and I started just grinding to get levels up. So I never actually beat the game, but it was a lot of fun. I was a big fan of Advance Wars. I played that a lot. So to have something fantasy and Advance Wars, it's kind of cool.
Did you get into the whole cookie clicker phenomenon?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many cookie clicker fans out there.
How can you not be?
Yeah.
I think it actually maybe should be illegal. I think it's ruining families. I started playing it, and then like a dark mist descended, and I woke up with so many cookies per second. It was immense. There's cookies everywhere. Do you have a cookie? Can I click a cookie?
But you can click many cookies and like that.
Can I click cookies?
When was the last time you played Minecraft?
Probably. There was a charity event with. I forgot to actually did it because now you asked me. And there was a bunch of people that were raising charity money for Child's Play. So I was in the chat for a while, and then they said if you donate, you can join the thing. So I donated, and I joined it, and then there was like I don't know 100 people running in circles, just whacking in the air, trying to kill each other, and it was incredibly fun.
You spend loads of time watching speedruns of games as well, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What's the appeal of watching a speedrun of a game?
Well, it started with me figuring out that watching like let's plays and stuff like that was a good way to fall asleep, because I'd watch like a let's play of a game I knew, like someone playing through Half-Life or something, and I would fall asleep. And then they kind of turned into speedruns, and then I realized that they're actually kind of exciting, because there is like communities around it, and people care about it, and someone found some new route on a game, and the word spreads and other people start using that route, and you can watch it in real time as they try to break the world record. And there's people playing for several hours, and then they make a mistake and they reset. So yeah, it's kind of exciting actually.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun to do. I haven't watched them. I mean, you watched them for hours.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time.
I think Mario 64 was one that you got.
Yeah, I watched it for a while, and then I don't know why I stopped watching it. I think the people who did that stream was one kind of awkward time zone for me. So then it turned into like GTA speedruns. And I'll tell you, GTA 3 speedruns are incredible. I mean, seriously, it's better than Twilight.
Do you watch a lot of movies these days?
Sometimes. I think so. What movie did I watch recently? Oh yeah, that's a violent one. No, it was the Evil Dead remake. Don't watch it, kids. Do not watch it.
Oh, cool. Well, I think we've got a couple of minutes. I don't know if it's worth getting one or two questions from the audience in. We can have a go.
That's a small amount of questions we could try.
Yeah? Okay, let's get a couple of questions from the audience. If you've got a question for Marcus, walk slowly to the microphone. Okay.
Okay.
What do you think of Herobrine?
Wow. What do you think of Herobrine?
I believe he's a magical creature like a unicorn.
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, wow. There's two,
Is there any
I
specific
only just
mod
realized there's
you
two
would consider
cubes.
adding to Minecraft?
Sorry?
Is there any specific mod you would consider adding to Minecraft?
I personally never played that many mods, mostly because of the feeling like it was changing the thing I did, so I haven't played a lot of them. We have added a few mods. We kind of contacted the mod creator and integrated it to the game, like the fancy shading we have and a few other things.
Oh yeah, would you consider signing this, please?
We know
I
people
can't
do
right
signatures
now.
right now. Sorry, dude. It'll just be a sign-in thing otherwise. Okay.
How did you come up with the name Mojang, and what does it mean?
It's a Swedish word. If you spell it the same way, but you have like two dots over the A, it's Mojang, which means gadget or gizmo or something like that. So it's a Swedish word without the dots.
How did you come up with Notch?
I basically just picked it. Back when I was a kid, everyone using computers kind of had their own cool nicknames, and I didn't know where they got them from. I just assumed people just made them up themselves. I think that's correct. So I just wrote down a bunch of different ones and just picked Notch.
Thanks.
How much money do you have?
I would say I'm being humble, but I actually don't know, because it's far more than I need, and there are some banking people who are taking care of it. but it is quite a lot for a computer programmer.
How did you invent the creeper?
Okay, so the creeper. So all the mobs in Minecraft are written in code because I don't know how to use 3D tools at all. So I just thought it was easier to just write it in code. And I was going to add a pig, but I accidentally, instead of making it long, I changed the wrong variable so it became tall, and the feet were really close to each other. And I thought it looked really creepy, and that's actually where the name is from. And I just went, I have to keep this. This is so like identifiable and cool.
Thank you.
Did you buy a car yet?
Sorry?
Did you buy a car yet?
I don't have a driver's license. Yeah, I live in Stockholm and we have like subways everywhere, and it never really happened when I was younger. I tried getting a driver's license now, but like putting me behind the wheel of a big metal thing that like destroys things, I don't really feel that that's my place.
Have you ever considered getting a Segway?
A Segway?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I tried, one of the guys at Mojang has one. He's driving around here. And I tried it, and I actually tried one earlier a few years ago, but they're amazing.
Yeah.
They're a little bit nerdy.
I think you feel like a king on one of those.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm the king of the nerds.
Hey,
Would you like to join my dad's Minecraft server, MineForgeCraft? I've got business cards here if you would like to join.
Join his Minecraft what?
Minecraft, MineForgeCraft.com.
Oh,
He has a
MineForgeCraft.
server. He's had it up for like, a few years, I think now, and he's got really good staff. And I was wondering if you would like to maybe join it.
I'm having a hard time hearing what to say, but if it's a clan, I'd love to be invited.
The Minecraft server, my dad does Minecraft server. Yeah, would you,
maybe we
such a
can
hard time.
take the
Would you
card
like-
and
would you
check it
like
out
one?
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take the card and look at it.
Sweet.
Thank you. Okay, a few more questions. Oh, actually,
Oh, it does say zero.
This is.
Should we
looks like
finish
it's gonna
these two?
explode. Yeah, two more.
Whatever
So,
it is. Yeah.
Do you still have that big golden name above your head in Minecraft?
Unless, like, Jeb or Dinnerbone took it away, yeah. I don't know, they might take it away. They're very strict with the code these days.
Thank you.
okay, last question.
I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but why did you shelve the game 0x10C? If I'm saying it right.
Well, when I started the game, I thought I had all these great vision ideas of what it could be, and I started developing it. And that's not really how I developed games before. It's more been, it's growing, and then after a while I figured out what it was. And once I actually got to the point where it's grown to the point where it had some kind of gameplay, I didn't really enjoy the gameplay. So I figured I could either just keep working on this because I told people I would, or I could just kind of cancel it. And that decision took a long time. I just kind of put it on ice and then started working on other things, and after a while I went, I'm probably not going to finish this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, thanks, guys. That's the end of our interview.